Hi, and welcome to This Is with Emrod. In today's episode of This Is, I have Brotherly Love Creation for the Merchant Build Edition. And we're going to be talking to Michael, who is the owner of Brotherly Love Creations. And I am very excited to share his story. So let's welcome Michael. Hi, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How are you?
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. You know that I've been wanting to share your story for a very, very long time. And I wanted to share it because it inspired me so much to do different things on my own business. And I wanted to inspire other people to do it. And for people that have thoughts about creating their own business.
Nice.
So tell me, what was the first thought that you had about your own business? Do you remember that?
Absolutely. So it was the height of COVID shutdown, and lots of things had changed in everyone's lives. And right before COVID, I had bought a house. I moved my family in. We moved to a new state, and a great job brought me here, and dear friends. And COVID kind of took all that away. Job loss, the death of one of my closest friends, and just 6 months later was feeling sad one day. And my friend who had passed, we had this relationship where there was a candle that we would steal from one another and playfully just go over she would come to my house and take it back. I would go to her place and take it back. And that's what we did for 20 years.
Oh my God.
With the same scented candle. So when she passed, I got the last candle. So this one particular night, I was just, in a very sad place.
Right.
And I stood up and lit the candle and had a literal enlightenment. As I lit this candle, I was inspired and just found a brand new hope.
Right.
And within hours, I had a business plan put together, started ordering supplies, and was determined to learn how to make candles.
That is so deep in and emotional. How you came up with this idea. Do you feel like she sent you a message?
Absolutely, without a doubt. There was a whisper in my ear, and here we are.
After you decided and put that plan together, how do you implement that plan? And do you have people helping you implement the plan?
So I've been working retail for decades. So I've already had a business mind. And at first it was, let's start it as a little out of the basement business. And as I started to get product and create things and test and give it in, I thought, well, how about I bring in someone with me? So my friend who had passed, her daughter is very good with computers, where I'm computer illiterate. It is not my thing. I can be very creative,
right.
But when it comes to technology, forget it. Not my forte. Put a product in front of me, I can sell it. So I figured, why don't I bring in someone who's very strong with technology, who also has a creative mind, and who is dedicated and faithful. So Johanna joined me, and Johanna does all the behind the scenes, which is perfect. So she does all the graphic design, self-taught, all the graphic design for us. She does the books, the numbers. I make the money, she counts it. There are strong points.
But it works. And I think you do need somebody else to kind of help you throughout the process.
Absolutely.
Because when you're by yourself, it's a lot harder because there's so many hats that you have to wear when you're by yourself.
Literally.
So I remember when you were in your basement, and you were creating all these different scents, and you were very excited. Mm-hmm. How was that process for you of creating all the different scents?
So fun.
And what inspired you to do all these cute names that you have for the scents? Why don't you talk to us about the different names you have?
So, sure. In the process, I learned that scent is your longest memory. So when you smell a particular scent, it can transport you back to a space and time or an event in your life. So as we got fragrance oils in and I would smell them, I would just let my memory take over. So anything that the scent reminded me of, I would say, oh, so we have one scent called Boardwalk. As a child, in the summer, I would always escape with my mother's parents down to Ventnor, New Jersey. And we would go to the Boardwalk, and I would always get caramel popcorn. So our Boardwalk scent is the caramel popcorn scent. And we have a Down the Shore scent, so it just smells like, the sea, the salt air.
Yeah.
Growing up in Philly, we lived on soft pretzels. Our one signature candle that is our standalone is a Philadelphia soft pretzel scented candle.
So what's behind Brotherly Love Creation's name? How do you come up with the name?
So
How do you bring Philly into it?
Yeah. So Brotherly Love was, it's a little bit of a wordplay. I'm the only brother. I'm sandwiched between two sisters, one older, one younger. And Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love. Again, during COVID, it was a very different time.
Right.
There was a lot of divisiveness in the country, in the world, between friends, between people. And I said, let's just get back to a place of love, light. Let's just love. That's our message. Just love one another, bring light into one another's lives, and let's give that a try.
Okay.
And that was where the name. So I also decided to go with creations. That way we weren't tied to one specific product.
Okay.
So we want to be an avenue for other creators to be able to sell their products through our retail location.
Yeah.
So everything is handcrafted.
So I'm thinking, what's your favorite thing about your business? What is your most favorite thing to do with your business?
Interacting with customers. Absolutely. People come in and some days, it's not the easiest day. But we want them to know the second they enter this space, they're safe. They're going to get maybe a couple jokes.
Right.
On Fridays, we play disco music because we're dancing into the weekend.
And your store always smells amazing.
Ambiance is everything. We try to have the best music and always have it scented.
And it's all part of how you wanted to put it together. You had a vision. Because I remember when you were in the basement, you talked to me and you said, I want to have a store right here in Merchantville, in this street.
Absolutely.
And here you are.
Here we are.
In the store, in the street you wanted to. So I'm like, it always gives me all these chills. Everything that you wanted, you worked for it and you got it. It didn't just come easy. You really worked for it, but you had a plan.
Yes.
So tell us about that. How do you transition and when do you thought of having this plan? Why Merchantville?
Well, I always believe there are no accidents in life. You have a memory, it's a thought, it's energy. The universe will deliver. We started out just across the street at a platform called Ryan's Retail.
Yes.
So what Ryan does there is small businesses who aren't brick and mortar can do pop-ups in his space.
Very nice.
So we did that. Yes. Yeah. Excellent idea and opportunity.
Yes.
So we did that for about 6 months. 6 months into it, the building here right across the street, there was a business in here and she was at a crossroads and was deciding to step away from her business and move on to other things. And we did a Valentine's Day pop-up in here. And it just kind of was talking, like I tend to do, about my ideas, my dreams.
Right.
And
I love that, by the way. It's just it's always gets me so excited to talk to you. Because you always have some new ideas coming up, and I feel like we could feed on each other because I'm also creative, and it's just it's amazing when I get together with you. I'm always very excited.
Thank you. So we did a Valentine pop-up in here,
right.
And in conversation, I was saying, our dreams of maybe, just jumping in and getting a brick and mortar business. Over the previous holiday, we did an outdoor market, and we just kind of asked people in town if there was a need or a want for this type of business. And everyone was like, yes, absolutely. Plus, living in Merchantville, I believe it's a no-brainer that we should be merchants.
Right?
It's the reason for Merchantville. So we had a conversation, and she told us that she was thinking about stepping away. And then just by chance, the landlord was also the same gentleman that we were doing the pop-ups with. We opened March 2021.
Okay.
And we're coming up on our 3rd year.
This is amazing.
Yes.
And how excited were you when you started like decorating and like putting all your thoughts together and what type of look were you looking for to give to the public?
So at the time, farmhouse everything was trending ad nauseum. It was too much. It was overkill. And I have an interior design background from 1,000 years ago. And I just was like, I didn't want to jump on a trend. And I was like, let's get back to simple. Okay. Let's get back to, because we want the scent to be the primary ingredient. So we didn't want to go with fancy vessels, fancy labels. So we said, let's just go with a clean, simple look. Also, our products are all clean sourced. So we do soy coconut wax with cotton wick and clean fragrance oils. We have nothing packaged in plastic, and we just try to be a little conscious.
Right.
So we said, let's take it another step further. Let's have our labels, everything just very classic, old school.
Right. I have that feeling as soon as I walk into
Yeah, we wanted an overall charm. Again, Merchantville being a Victorian town, it should just have a little, old school look. So we've always kept our candles just very simple jars. We wanted a copper look. So copper is kind of our accent color. And I just was always drawn to the color blue. And that was our look.
Great.
Yeah, thank you.
So, what have you struggled with during the whole business? Because everything, is beautiful and nice, but it's also that background thing. As a business owner, you might be struggling with. Yeah. What are things that you struggle with, and what made you keep going and pushing forward instead of quitting? Kind of thing,
well, it has not been easy at all. We were faced with supply chain issues that went on for a year plus. So at the time, I didn't know, everyone else in the world was creating candles. And I guess I can be a little stubborn and focused. And I was like, no, you know what? There's something in my soul that is telling me stick with this. Plus, it was exciting. I wanted to stick with it. This was my therapy. It was my therapy. I would go into the space and pour candles, and that would just help me escape everything that was going on. Again, It wasn't an easy time. I was working 2 jobs, 7 days a week, and trying to get the business started.
Yeah, we didn't tell that part where you were like full-time job and also having your business.
Full-time job, a part-time job, and the business on top of it. So it wasn't easy at all. But I have great family, friends, chosen family around me who would keep me grounded and were always there to lift me up when times were tough. So it was not easy at all. We're still at a point where the business is still part-time, and it's okay because we're focused. Our customers are loyal. Majority of our customers are return customers. So I like to think that we're doing something right.
I think
so. If they continually come back, I think they like us.
So how would you describe your store? Because you don't only have candles, you have other things in here. And why you thought of having all these other things?
Okay, so our store is we're primarily home fragrance. So the things that we make are our candles, car diffusers, room and linen sprays, and wax melts. And then everything else in our store is made by small handcrafters. So we identify as a home fragrance and gift shop. We keep our price points low because, a price point for a gift is usually a range of, $15 to $40.
Right.
So we have nothing priced over $40. Not even anything
And you're
close.
helping the small businesses.
And we're helping
as well.
small businesses.
Yeah.
We want to be an avenue for the small businesses who aren't in a position to have a brick and mortar, to be able to sell their products in our space. And we take a very small cut. We give them a majority of the cut because, again, we don't identify as, their product, but we just want to be an avenue for them to be able to be lifted up as well.
Love it. I absolutely love that. And I have to say, you had my products here.
Yes.
And you had me for like 2 years.
Yes.
That was very exciting for me. It's
Yeah.
like, oh my God, my products are in a store. So if you have a product that you want to advertise, how do people get to you? If they're like a small business or making their products at home and they want to have a place to sell it, do you still have like open space to for other people, or do you have a certain criteria that you want?
Absolutely. Well, we try not to duplicate anything. So if there's, and obviously we wouldn't bring in another home fragrance business, but we try to just be fair, level playing field for everyone.
Right.
So if we have one particular crafter who has a product, we most likely wouldn't bring in someone else.
Right.
And then we also, we don't want to keep anything stale.
Right.
So if something is sitting in it, unfortunately, it's just not moving, we'll reach out to the handcrafter and ask them, hey, this particular product is maybe season specific, or I just noticed it's not moving. Is there anything else that you have that you think would do well? Or if we have an idea, is it something that you could create? Maybe make one or two, bring it in, and let's see if that's something that the people want.
And for the different seasons, like I know sometimes I'll create something for you for Halloween or for Christmas.
Halloween and Pride.
And Pride.
We've done a lot of products for Pride. Your Pride product and your Halloween products have absolutely been successful.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You have helped me a lot.
Thank you.
But now I feel like we have to bring the brain behind the business.
Absolutely.
We have to bring her in. She's trying to like hide from us a little bit, but we're gonna bring her in. Come on. Hi, Joanne.
Hi.
Or Jojo. Can we say Jojo?
Jojo's. Or Johanna.
Johanna.
Yes.
Johanna. Hi. So what are you doing for our friend Michael here? What is it that he's not able to do?
I use my brain. And, yeah, pretty much. Yes. I'm the computer person behind the scenes, usually always in the office and doing the advertising. And he's the face and the voice. And I'm just everything else.
So how do you feel working for Michael? Because you know him from before. It's not like a new relationship. How do you feel?
I mean, I've known this man since I was 6 years old. So he's my other half, my better part of myself and my person. So I would do anything for him. And he inherited me as our Sue inherited me. So it's like a recycling situation. Yeah. We love each other and yeah. I would do anything.
How do you feel about JoJo? Do you think you could be here without her?
No, not at all. Absolutely not. Not at all. When Sue adopted her, she's like one of my kids. And, even though blood doesn't always make a family, I consider JoJo and the rest of our girls, I call them my nieces. Because I consider them family. And in regards to the business, I mean, there's no way I could do this on my own at all. Because there are days where I'm tired, or I'm struggling. We have to talk about mental health as well.
Yes.
It was not an easy time over COVID, and I think there's a little stigma that will come with people admitting that some days you struggle with mental health.
It is, because it kind of like it's that negative kind of connotation or something. If you say you're sad or you're having like a rough time, and during winter you get the winter blues and all these things, and if you like express it to somebody,
like winter.
You like winter?
I'm
You don't
opposite on
you do
seasons.
not get
I get
winter
depressed in the
blues?
summer.
Oh my
I
god.
do. I'm completely backwards.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine's is backwards. Mine's is like straight.
Oh, okay.
Mine's is-
I'm
I
the
get
same
the
as
winter
you.
blues,
Yeah.
like especially like by like ends of December. I don't know if also it's like the, you know, you get so much stuff going on Christmas, and then it comes January. It's like, you know, that
love
space.
I'm the complete opposite. I look at January as a birth,
Right.
as a renewal. You know, new year, new ideas, new ambitions. But I back to the shop. This is a safe space for me. If I ever need to escape the house or the challenging day at work, which I don't really have at all.
Right.
But you know, some days maybe just things are a little, and I just need a little quiet, or I need to escape. Once I walk in here, I don't know. There's something.
That peace.
Yeah, I
It
have
is.
peace.
It
I
is.
have peace. I have joy. I get excited to flip the lights on and you know, get the music going and light a candle and get people in here and see them and see what's going on in their life that brought them in.
To bring them a little bit of happiness at
To
the
bring
same
them a
time.
little bit
I
of
just like
happiness.
every time I come in, it's like a huge smile. No matter what's going on in
Thank
my
you.
life,
Thank you.
I'll come in, I'll talk to you, and I live like so much more relief. For real.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what message do you want to leave to people starting their own business? Like, how do
Mhm.
they come up with that? Just having the thought, because there's a lot of people that have just like a
Yeah.
lot of thoughts about having a business.
Yeah.
How do you like?
So you have
what do
you
you
have to have
recommend?
patience. You have to have patience. Support, because quite honestly, and it's no one's fault. When you start a business, from everything I've read and from experience, when you start a business, most of the people that are closest to you won't be your biggest supporters. And it's okay, it's no one's fault.
Right.
It's just statistically what happens.
It is.
It's just statistically what happens. Once you get to that realization that you really just don't depend on
You really have to
that.
believe on your.
Yeah, you have to stick true to your vision. Whatever you're inspired to do, you've got to be passionate about it. If it's not feeling right and it's not in your bones, let it go. Try something else. But you have got to have patience. Patience, because you don't just create the product and then the crowds come flocking.
Right.
They're not. You have got to be your biggest cheerleader, and you have got to stand behind your product and just put it in front of anyone that will listen. I do outdoor markets.
Yeah.
People laugh. They call me the carnival barker.
Yeah.
Because I will not let people pass by our table without sticking a candle under their nose. I'm like, hey, what are you doing? Smell this.
This smells.
You're just
great.
going to walk by without smelling this? Get
Yeah.
over here and smell this.
Yeah.
It's just how you have to be. It's how you have to be. But I just suggest stick with it. Ask for help. Ask for help. Don't be shy. Always ask for help.
Yeah.
There are opportunities. Go to other small businesses. Ask them what inspired them.
And
Ask them, what they do. There's going to be times where you're thinking, what am I doing? What am I doing?
many
I'm
times.
done with this.
Yes.
And if you are, you might be.
Yeah.
You might be. Not everyone's as pig-headed as me, where I'm like, no, I'm
You're so-
sticking
Yeah.
with this. Even if brick and mortar goes away, you always have online.
Yeah.
We don't bank on online because we enjoy people. I like this. I'd rather deal with a human, and I like to talk to people. And that's my only advice. Stick with it. If you really feel that it's in your bones and it's something
with
you're
it.
passionate about, stick with it. You're going to have to pivot at times.
Right. And not being afraid of the nose, because sometimes I feel like that holds you back so many times.
Yeah.
Or hold people back, not you.
No, well, it can happen.
But
I get
it
it.
holds
The
people
word
back.
no.
Like the word no. Somebody said no, and that now you think everybody's going to say no. It's not that.
The word no inspires me more. Again, back to our name, Brotherly Love. I'm a middle brother. I don't shut up. I don't shut up. I will talk until I get my way.
Right.
I don't know
Not-
about that.
I try not to be a brat, but if I'm passionate about something, or if I feel that something is just the right thing to do, I'm going to stick with it until it happens.
Love it. I love it. I love that we had this conversation.
Thank you.
I love that we're doing this.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh, you're very welcome. I've always wanted to tell the story and how you went from like being at home to being here, and you
Literally in the basement.
yes. I remember going
Yeah.
down.
Hauling 65-pound boxes of wax.
But it was always an exciting process, even though it was tough. I feel like it was always exciting. Every time I saw you, even if you like were going through some, some hard times, you were like excited about the next step, and that also
Because tomorrow's not promised.
me.
It's not promised, but if you have it, grab it by the horns. Absolutely.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you both.
Likewise.
She's still trying to understand it. So I hope that you enjoy the conversation and that you put your plans forward. Don't just keep them in your head. Just go ahead and do it. Find somebody to do it with you, because it's more exciting when you're doing something together. I have been like going back and forth about this show with Michael for a while. And I am so excited to have been able to start it and keep it going. And he's a source of inspiration to me.
Thank you.
So
Likewise.
I hope, thank you.
Yes, absolutely.
I hope you're inspired by this story, and then you put your best foot forward. You put your best foot forward and keep on pushing forward and go for your dreams. Bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.